Back to another GeekaWhat video, and today I'll be reviewing this headset from Plantronics, and spoiler alert, it's my favourite gaming headset ever. So for a few surprises along the way, let's dive into today's review. Looking at the box first of all, it's fairly unassuming. The packaging's nice and the actual metallic gold accents on the front are pretty intriguing. There's some brash claims on here as well at the front, including 24-hour battery life and Dolby Atmos support, both of which are massive selling points for this product that I'll come on to in a moment's time. This 800HD unit sits at the top of Plantronics' gaming headset lineup and sits along two other Dolby Atmos compatible gaming headsets. Now, as with any headset that isn't as big as your house, this actually uses virtual surround sound, so there's a 40mm driver in each ear, which then uses software to replicate surround sound, so if you're playing games, the footsteps behind you or in front of you. And what's key here is Dolby Atmos. That actually allows you to hear sound above you as well, so a helicopter flying overhead, for example, and it works phenomenally on this headset. The surround sound is really, really good. You can buy the Dolby Atmos Windows application, or for Xbox Live, which this headset also works for, on the App Store for around about $15, although you get a key with this headset included absolutely free, which is a big selling point. Unlike the headsets that sit at the top of other brands' lineup, such as ones from Asus or Corsair, this doesn't feature flashy RGBs that sync with your other peripherals, nor does it feature innumerable replaceable ear cups, nor does it feature a really snazzy design with included RGB headphone stand. Instead, it seems to do everything that I require necessary from a gaming headset really well. So let's jump into what exactly those are. This headset is of course wireless, and I say of course very lightly. I recently fairly ripped into Asus's new Strix Fusion 500 video, which you can check in the card section now, because that didn't have any wireless functionality, and this comes in quite a piece cheaper, between £110 and £130 here in the UK, and around the $120 to $140 mark in the US, but I'll link up-to-date pricing for different regions and retailers in the description below. The included wireless receiver/transmitter unit plugs into your PC via USB. Sadly, it isn't a braided cable, nor is it removable, so if it breaks, you're a little bit done for, but you shouldn't be moving this about too much. The gaming headset does actually stand up to its claims of 24-hour battery life and can be charged via micro USB, and I've been charging this just via USB plugs on the wall, but a USB port on your computer will of course also work fairly well. You can of course use these in wired mode as a USB 7.1 gaming headset, but the lack of an aux input is a little bit disappointing for me, because these are really, really comfortable and would work great for travelling about and listening to music. The lack of an aux input once again is a little bit disappointing for me personally. However, if you jump to the back of the left hand ear cup, things do start to become a bit more clear. At the bottom you get a dial for your volume, which is so useful. Any gaming headset I go to use now, I go to sort of feel around for the volume wheel and it's just not there. It's so convenient. You also get a power switch on the side as well, and above that you get an audio mixer, and now this is really, really cool. This audio mixer allows you on the fly on your headset with no need for any external Windows applications, completely natively, to actually change the mix volume between a chat program such as Skype or Discord and the audio from your gameplay or your Spotify, for example. This means that no longer are you having to faff around in Windows Volume Mixer so that your teammates aren't too loud when you're playing PUBG, or so that your teammates aren't too quiet when you're trying to hear them. It's a massive game changer, and with one dial you can easily pinpoint a really nice exact working volume for yourself. On this ear cup you also get the microphone, which automatically mutes, and this is another quite cool feature. When it's in the upright position, it will automatically mute and audibly beep in your ear cup to let you know it has muted. It does exactly the same thing when you unmute it, it beeps once again, just to sort of notify you. Now, is this the greatest microphone I've ever seen on a gaming headset in terms of sound quality? No, but take a listen. This is a test of the inbuilt microphone on the Plantronics 800HD Dolby Atmos compatible gaming headset. There's certainly a bit of room for improvement on this microphone, but you aren't going to have any problems communicating with your teammates on, I don't know, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds or Fortnite, for example. And in the size of the microphone, with any gaming headset, you can't come to expect too much. Moving on to the right ear cup, I think it's fair to say it's far more minimal than the one on the left hand side, although it does have an EQ button on the bottom, which allows you to cycle through a few different presets, whether that be optimised for games, movies, or music. Now, the final EQ mode seems to just destroy the bass and just ruin anything you ever listen to, but the other couple of modes are really, really neat. It's really good having this on the bottom here to once again give quick access and something that perhaps wouldn't be possible using an aux connection. Far better than having to dive into some software to cycle through loads of different modes and menus, and yes, you might not quite get that fine tuning, but who cares, it's easy, convenient and works really well. The final thing I wanted to touch on in today's review is that whole rig branding. Why is it called the Plantronics Rig 800HD? Now that's actually for very, very good reason. You can actually customize this headset and change sort of how it fits on your head really, really easily. The first way is the top floating headband fit, which I really like and works fantastically on headsets like this, which are super light. This unit's only about 290 grams. You can either remove that completely or move it down to get a better fit on your head, and the same applies for the ear cups at the bottom. You can move these between 3 different sizing options, from the smallest to the largest, to best suit the size of your head. And this once again works really, really well. Overall though, I don't really know what more there is to say about this unit, apart from express just how incredibly impressed I am by it. I'll be the first to admit that it doesn't do everything perfectly. The lack of RGB or a colour scheme that's neutral and will fit with any setup would disappoint some people quite a lot. And it is made up pretty much entirely of plastic, which helps to keep the weight down, but the build quality might not quite be there for some people. But for me, it just does everything important, everything you actually need in a gaming headset really, really well. The wireless functionality is great, and whilst I would have loved to have seen an aux cord input or slightly the newer, smaller USB-C for use with mobile devices, they just aren't present, but probably aren't that important when you look at it solely from a gaming perspective. If I'm going to sit and play games or edit for 6-7 hours in a row, this is what I'm picking over anything else I have ever tried. And I think that's testament to just how good these things are and just how good a job Plantronics have done. If you enjoyed today's video, smash that like button. I'll leave links to everything mentioned, this headset for different regions and retailers, in the description below. Hit me up on Twitter, it's @GeekaWhat. Let me know what you think in the comments below. But as always, we'll see you in the next GeekaWhat video.